This is Katie.
And this is Patience.
And we're Gummy Buddies. And we are back. I cannot believe it has taken us over a month to get back at it. It's been so long. We haven't recorded in like...
3 weeks?
It's been 84 years.
I think it's actually been a month now.
It's been over a month.
We've had a lot of stuff going on.
Yes. Things have been crazy.
Lots going on.
Lots. Okay, my mom died. That happened. That was a thing. Not fun. Would not recommend. What else did I do? I went and I had Kat came and visited us. Our friend Kat did. So blame her if you're mad that we missed an episode. It's all her fault. And then I went and saw our friend Mouse that we mentioned before, our first email. As a matter of fact, that's where I got this t-shirt. She bought it for me in Medicine Park, and I love it. So shout out to her. Yeah, you had stuff going on while we were on our hiatus. You had a trip, remember?
Oh!
Yeah.
I went and I saw my dad, because he's not doing well, so I went and saw him while Kat was here. And then I came back and I got to see Kat for like a day.
We didn't even get to talk about that.
Oh yeah, dude. We really haven't seen each other.
We'll have a lot to talk about tonight.
Which is really crazy because, you know, we live together. So the fact that we don't really talk to each other, it's a lot. I work a lot too, though.
She's been picking up so much overtime.
A lot.
It's crazy.
So with that, I am going to apologize if I get a little tired. I did an 18-hour yesterday and I slept for 3, did a 12 today, and now we're here. My topic is last minute because I suck at preparing.
You didn't have to tell them. Like, they would never...
I feel like because of how it's written...
They'll be able to tell. I do our best, okay?
And I use a lot of brain power.
Tell your friends to listen to us, and maybe one time we can do this full time, and we'll have, like, everything perfectly presented.
Wait.
What?
Does Crime Junkies, do they have, like, someone who pre-writes their, like, scripting?
I presume they outsource the writing. I think they started writing their own stuff, and then eventually, like, they have people outsource them and, like, write it to their style, and now they probably just add in their own tidbits. But I frankly have no clue.
I think that's part of the fun, though, like, us writing it.
Yeah, us having to do the research. I think I'll never, like, fully outsource it. I might have someone help, like, gather research materials or resources, though. I think, I think Morbid does that. I'm pretty sure Morbid, like, has a person that helps them do some research, like, that they...
I would like that. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, because if you're just reading it verbatim of somebody else's writing, it's not your content. It's just like as if you had AI write it, you know? Mm-hmm. So I don't think we'll ever do anything like that. But having somebody help you research it or do social media, that would be nice.
That would be.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try and use diction tonight. We'll see how well that goes.
Diction.
Diction. Who knew her? What?
I forgot that. So, nothing.
She's doing
I'm having a really hard time already.
We have not... Yikes. You are in trouble.
Levi!
Levi, this is bedtime. Remember? Remember how we said we were going to be busy?
Hurts just a little
Come on.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at Mama. No, you do not need to cry. I love you. I love you bunches.
It is bedtime though, okay?
Okay, you gotta go lay down.
Go find Daddy.
Okay? Go lay down, baby. In your chair. My heart hurts just a little bit.
We are saving that clip forever.
We don't have to.
I like how it was a solid second after he said boo. You're like, ah! The reaction was so delayed.
No, it wasn't.
It was so delayed. It was hilarious.
Do you remember how we talked about how, like, there's always chaos when we do stuff?
All the time.
I think this
everything goes wrong.
Levi! Go lay down! I love you too, baby. Can you go lay down like a big boy? It's hot.
It is bedtime.
Go, baby. Okay, you talk to the people.
I'm gonna
You're
be
gonna be
here
here.
just chilling. So, okay, something else I can update you guys on. You probably don't want to know about this, but now you're going to because I'm by myself, so I'm gonna rant about it. And it's gonna like drizzle into my drizzle. It's gonna go into my code 12. So when I was visiting my friend, I decided to download Hinge. So that's been, yes, I know I'm a glutton for punishment. Like, why do I do this to myself? But trying to like move on into healthier thinking with relationships and like find somebody that is a good fit for me and all that. And maybe this is dumb of me or not, but I'm trying to like get over certain situations. And so I was like, you know what, let me just download it. Maybe if I talk to other people, like I won't be as like obsessing over things. And so I did that, and it was a weird experience because like I've never used a dating app or anything like that. I don't like put myself out there. I had never actually been on a traditional date in any sense at all. So I've done that for the first time since we last podcasted. It's freaking wild. Like the 2 dates that I went on, they were very respectful gentlemen, and it was a great experience, but it was not, I was really nervous because I've never gone on a normal date before. So I did that. I'm trying not to get murdered. Like, I shared my location with patients on Facebook. I was like, here I am. I like screenshot their profile. I was like, this is what they look like. This is where I'm going to be. So doing my best not to get murdered out there. But that's that. And Patience is going to help me like sweep through men after the podcast or on our snack break. And
heck yes,
she's gonna.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I've been saving them for her to look at with me because I have a hard time, like, I don't like swiping away from people just based on their looks. Like, I feel like it's so superficial, and I hate it. It's turning me into a very superficial person with, like, not good enough, or no, and I don't want to be that person because I never think I'm, like, too good for anybody. So, wish me luck, guys. Maybe by this time next year, let's manifest it. I'll have my soulmate and the person that I meant to be with. I know who I want. But maybe I'll have a person that's, that's healthy. Yes. Are we killing your son?
We're gonna kill TJ.
Are we killing everybody?
Yes. Okay.
Very good. This true crime podcast is gonna really turn into a true crime podcast.
Okay, real quick question.
Yes.
To classify someone as your best friend, they equally need to classify you as their best friend.
I agree to a certain extent.
Like, I call you my best friend, but I don't call anyone else my best friend.
That's true. I do call you my best friend, and I used to have other people I called my best friend, but I don't anymore just because, I don't know, but when I'm spending time with my other friends, like, there's just, my friendships are so unique with each one of my friends. I have a hard time, like, for example, Missy, I grew up with her. I've known her since I was 4, so to not call her my best friend just feels wrong because she's practically a sister. But
I want to be like the top best friend.
Oh my gosh, it is not a competition. What about your friends you game with that aren't me?
They're just my friends. I don't call them my best friends. I don't. I just call them my friends.
I still have to compete with them for your attention.
I'm gonna fight you. We'll talk about that after. Anyways, code 12. People who call them your other friends their best friends.
Oh.
No, that wasn't my code 12.
Oh.
Caregivers that don't watch after their people that they're supposed to watch after.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, do you mean like guardians or caregivers like in nursing facilities or what?
Like a caregiver that you are supposed to be watching, like someone who's mentally challenged and you don't watch them. Or you like just kind of let them do what they want to do, but they're not supposed to be doing that.
Oh.
Backstory.
Okay.
Backstory of why I say this.
All right. Spill the tea.
Had a mentally challenged patient, because there's psych right across the hall, come up and verbally harass me.
Oh, what the
Enough
heck?
to where I cried. I like had to run away because I was so like freaked out.
But you knew they had a mental disability.
I saw him go in there earlier and I was like, all right, I kind of know there's something going on up in the brain.
Okay.
And I was on the phone with the patient, like trying to talk to them because about something really important. And he comes up, big guy, big, tall guy. And he's like, you're really pretty. And he has like those wide eyes. Like, you're really pretty. You're really pretty.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, thanks. thank you. And I was like, can I help you? He goes, I just wanted to tell you, you're really pretty. And I was like, oh, thanks. I was like, don't you have an appointment across the hall? And he goes, can you stand up for me? And I was like,
what?
I was like, no, I can't do that. I was like, I think you need to go across the hall. Normally, psych patients that are weird like that, when I say that, it clicks with them that they need to go. Him, no. So he's like, can you smile for me? And I was like, no. And like at that point, I'm already like, okay. Now this time that I told him no, he started getting like really aggressive towards me. Like he like hovered, so like my monitor, he's
like
tall,
leaning over your monitor.
like getting in my face. So I had to scoot back. And he goes, I just want to tell you, you're really pretty. He just kept saying that. So then I said, how about you have a seat and we'll get you taken care of. He goes, as long as you stand up and smile and tell me to do it. And I was like, no. So another patient comes up behind Nikki's kid. Actually, he came up and he was like, she said no. Well, he was like, I want to tell her that she's really pretty.
You get all the weirdos up there.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't handle this because it's making me really uncomfortable. So then I said, sit down and have a seat. Mm-hmm. And he goes, smile for me. And I was like, so then there's a patient that's like next to him who just had shoulder replacement surgery. I said, hey, blah, blah, blah. Go across the hall, grab psych. She goes in and she says, we have one of your psych patients out here that's harassing someone. You need to come get them. And the caregiver for him goes, oh, is that mine? Walks out there and she goes, come on, you're not supposed to be out here. She goes, why aren't you in your session? He got let out of his session and she was supposed to go to the bathroom with him, but she didn't even notice that he walked out.
Wow.
So nothing else came of it. Like no one like really checked on me, but it freaked me out enough that I had like a whole panic attack because I was so uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And I go back in there and I talk to him like psych about this again. Mm-hmm. He, at the end of his session, there was another mentally challenged girl and he got in her face. Like, I mean, like noses could touch in her face. And the psych doctor, could not get him out of her face.
Wow.
Because he was a big guy and this doctor, he's average build, like he's average. He like was yanking on him to get him out the door and he would not get out of her face. Jeez. I was like, you as a caregiver need to pay attention to your patient. Yeah. Because this is not okay. That makes people uncomfortable. I understand, like, mentally challenged. I 100%
So what you're saying
it.
is code 12, put them in a mental health institution if they have mental health issues. It's your code 12.
Code 12, I think.
It's revolutionary, patients. Who would have thought to actually put mentally ill patients in a mentally ill facility, oh my gosh.
Yeah, words are hard, huh?
Mentally ill. The facility might be mentally ill too.
I just don't like the caregivers that don't care.
They're sentient buildings.
I just don't like the caregivers that don't give a crap and they just are like, oh, it's a paycheck. I don't have to control them. I don't have to do my job. Like she was just sitting there on her phone and I was like, you have to pay attention. Yeah. Like that's so stupid.
I get that.
So that's my code 12. Anyways,
okay, that's a good one. Okay. Oh my gosh, my brain, you just have me like locked into your story and my brain just completely made me forget what mine was.
The crickets.
Oh my God.
They're like, oh, what were you thinking, Katie?
And then you forget your topic. Fudge nuggets.
It's about fudge nuggets.
No, it was, hang on.
Meditate.
Keep talking. I entertained while you were taking care of your demon child.
I had to call the police the other day at the clinic.
I'm putting my earplugs in.
She's doing great. I had to call the police at my building again the other day, because someone threatened to kill one of my patients and it was crazy. And so the police came and apparently it was like a domestic thing. Like he was already a little cuckoo and he ended up not getting arrested because the girl didn't want to press charges. But my patient was like really fearful to come in today because he obviously didn't want to die. And it was great.
I remembered it.
Okay.
So circling back to me talking about the Hinge thing while she was gone, ironically. So my code 12 is if you're on a dating app and you have a profile picture holding up a dead fish or a dead animal. Code 12, lock them up, throw away the key. It's overdone. Get over it. You hunted something, you're manly, great. I don't want to see your corpses. I don't want to see your fish. Some women do. Maybe you're trying to be out there finding a magical fisherwoman soulmate. Good luck. Wicker. Speaking of fisherwoman, briefly, we're about to clink. We got to talk about it. Did you watch the trailer for Wicker? Because I don't care.
Mm-mm.
You're going to watch it. Oh, we are going to see this movie together.
Okay.
Because I know.
So freaky. Okay.
You got so excited you didn't say pecans. You're like, she said she wanted a pecan tonight. Girl. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to give you any backstory on it. You're going to watch the trailer over.
Do you think it's
break.
actually scary?
Wait till you watch the trailer and we'll talk about it after.
I just saw that when I was flicking through the movie listings, there's one called The Ice Cream Man, and it looked really interesting, but I was like, I don't think it's like actual horror.
The splinters sound scary. You'll see. Okay.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
let's go ahead and clink.
They're hard.
That's what she said.
Clink.
I don't. I'm pre-grossed out. It's not even gross tasting. Just breathing.
Eat your gummy bears so you can't even taste it. The Albanese really hits it.
It's fun.
Before Katie does her previouslys,
I'm making a gummy bear's kiss.
I am going to also eat some peanut butter.
Okay.
I really want to be high tonight.
Pecans, murder, pecans.
Okay, so what I was going to say was, if anyone doesn't know who Jeffrey Keller is, he does comedy shows, and we really want to go.
She wants to go to a comedy show and go high and go to the comedy show.
Everybody
which
wants
is a
to do
recipe for
it.
disaster.
Everybody wants to.
No, because then we're going to be sitting there and we're going to be obnoxious and get kicked out of the audience. If we're
It's
too
a
high.
comedy show.
I don't think we'd make fools of ourselves and shout or anything. But
I think we would just laugh obnoxiously. But who doesn't have obnoxious laughs?
he is. It'd be cool to ISS being friends with him and like hanging out.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start. We haven't gotten to do this in so long. Previously on Gummy Buddies. Number 1. Can you tell somebody's age based on a sample of skin? Just skin. You can. There is a method. It is called the epigenetic clock method. And it is based on something called DNA methylation, which is a fancy name for certain chemical tags that are attached to DNA. And it is accurate. English, Katie. Accurate within a few years. So that's pretty cool. Number 2, I want you to guess. What killed more people? Tuberculosis or the Black Plague, aka the Black Death?
Tuberculosis.
Ding, ding, ding. She is correct, folks. Tuberculosis, because it spanned over centuries at a steady pace, it killed over 1 billion people so far. And the Black Plague, even though it was indeed horrific and did kill over 200 million people, it comes in spurts. It's not as steady of a consistent death toll. So that is that. We mentioned a corpse mannequin that was in some sort of Mexican bridal shop called La Pascualita is the name of the urban. Yes.
Something crazy. That almost was going to be my topic tonight.
Oh, really?
When I was scrolling through, like, I have a list of all the topics that I want to do. It was one of the ones that I was like, oh, I really want to do this.
Okay.
They actually have pictures of her online.
They do.
I think she actually
Yeah, but
does.
I just did a topic about a dead woman that was preserved after death, you know?
Who cares? She looks...
I care. That's just copycatting.
She looks real, though.
She does look real. She is not. It is an urban legend. The owner in the 1930s had put up this very intricately detailed mannequin, complete with real hair and set in the head and like finite details in the hands. So all of these rumors circled that it was his daughter that died from a black widow bite on her wedding day. Because of how realistic she was for the time period, it was so unique. all of these rumors started, and the owner said, whoa, this is not true. He said no.
I would have just let it be true so you could get more business.
I know, right? But if it's his daughter they're accusing him of putting up there, then I wouldn't let people say my son was up in a window. You know what I mean? So that's really offensive when you think about it, as far as like this poor man living back in the day, just trying to mourn. If he did have a dead daughter, just trying to mourn her. Long story short, I think she does look more like a corpse than the corpse that we looked at last time. However, she's made of wax and plaster. Last thing, really quickly, I mentioned a zombie game where you could wear a banana hammock and use like anything as a weapon. The name of it, you could say it. Oh, did you hear my son?
I did. Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. That is it.
Dead Rising.
That is previously on Gummy Buddies.
Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I'll be here next week. Wait.
I actually forgot that like we talked about all of that. So it was a good refresher.
I do feel like it's kind of, yeah, it's just like when you do watch a TV show, it's like, oh yeah, this was mentioned.
Because we forget.
We never remember our topics.
Sometimes. Very rarely though. Like, also this is the 50th one. So I like when I go back and I think about like our first ones we did, don't remember.
I remember the big hitters. I remember my big hitters and your big hitters. So the Waco massacre. I remember that. I remember your
Dyatlov.
I remember Dyatlov. I remember Hinterkaifeck family.
Oh.
I remember
I feel like I can remember yours more than I can remember my own.
Maybe that's, I don't know.
Like your Coop murders. I remember the Coop.
Oh yeah. Your exploring the Antarctic. What is it called? It was like the Northwest Passage.
Oh yeah.
We talked about all the bodies found there.
Whoa.
Yeah. We've had some pretty interesting times so far, and we're gonna hopefully.
I feel like we've been very diverse with all of it too.
I do. I am very proud of like all the research we've done, and I truly feel like as stupid as we get and as high as we get, like I really like that we're educating ourselves. Like even on a personal level. Do you know how many times somebody's mentioned something about like Edgar Allan Poe, and I'm like, oh, wait till I tell you about Edgar Allan Poe. I got things to say about that old pervert. Like I definitely. I don't know. I really think it's made us more cultured.
If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, that's what I want to call it. Cultured.
Okay.
I just Justin Bieber'd. I went.
I'm nervous. I'm hoping that I can do our 50th topic justice.
Ooh. I'm hoping so too.
So we'll see what everybody thinks. And I'm going to try to talk slower. And not so fast, because I get nervous and I talk fast.
I get nervous. I just slur my words a lot. Even when I'm not high, I speak so quickly that my words jumble over themselves. It's something that I struggle with, like the pacing. I kind of wish we had we talked about this before, that there was like a light indicator saying if you're speaking too like quickly or slurring your words. Like if there
was something that I saw the other day that you could like. It was almost like a button that you would just like tap and it would turn a color. Mm-hmm. Like what if we did that, if we just found something that could turn a color?
So that we could indicate to each other. You know what though? Out of all of the AI things, this would be another good genius idea, especially for like audiobook narrators when they're trying to record and they don't realize their pacing has changed drastically. Like if they want to set a steady pace or something.
Like a metronome?
Yeah, like a metronome, only one that
indicates my gold star tonight.
Your word?
Yeah.
That's your gold star for now, but if you say a better word, we'll lose it.
I don't think I got one. Tonight's topic will be, as usual, a true crime and murder mystery. But before we dive deep into this topic, what would you say Nebraska is known for?
Corn. There's literally nothing here but corn and rednecks.
We are the rednecks.
I call my kids the children of the corn, okay? And I realize that's not flattering and slightly incesty sounding, but there you have it.
It is known for its beef and corn production. We have cows and corn. So if you haven't seen those, come to our neck of the woods. It's really all we got here.
Honestly, don't. Save yourselves the trouble.
What would you say Texas is known for?
Cows, steer, deserts, cowboys. Did my stomach just growl too loud again and everybody could hear it? Chili.
Chili. Okay.
Aren't there like barbecue places down there? Like a lot of barbecue.
You're doing really good.
Yeah.
It is known for its cowboy and rodeo culture, barbecue, and Tex-Mex food.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to visit Texas.
I don't know what Tex-Mex is, and I'm really curious what classifies as Tex-Mex food.
We should find out. We're not cultured enough. I would love to visit Texas.
Me too.
It would be really fun. On our bucket list, we should do that one year.
Mm-hmm.
I would obviously love to go because, I love cowboys. I would go for the cowboys.
Have you seen the TikTok trend where they're like the yes ma'am videos where it's like the guy stomps his foot into a boot and then it changes him into a cowboy outfit?
No, but
she's gonna be going down that road trail tonight.
Ooh, but I wouldn't want to go there and be murdered.
Why not?
Why? I don't think out of any state that you could be murdered in, where would you want to be murdered?
New York, because then I'd be like sensationalism. Like everybody would talk about it, and I'd go like across the. I'd be. Like, I can't think of her name, the poor girl. But the one, remember how the bystander effect became popular?
Yeah.
She was murdered in the city.
I think I would want to die where it's, like, really pretty. So my last moments were, like, surreal.
I've got to get off TikTok. Have you seen the TikTok trend where it's, like, bleed out spots? 10 out of 10 bleed out spots. And it's, like, this sad cinematic music. And it shows somebody, like, stumbling. And you see, like, their hands. And then slowly the camera pans up from what they're looking at. And it's, like, this gorgeous...
No.
Okay, so let me write these things down.
I want to see them.
Out.
That's
okay.
So funny.
These are...
Our TikToks are very different. Mine... I don't even know what mine is showing right now. Anyways, okay. I would do Colorado, probably. I love it there so much. Love.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, but then what if nobody finds your body and then your family doesn't have closure?
That's okay. I'd be fine with it.
You're such a psychopath sometimes. I don't care if my family is going to be forever.
So, located along Interstate 45, which is just south of Houston, in League City, Texas.
Okay. Are there leagues?
I actually don't know why it's called League City.
Okay.
The title has been given to a special location called the Texas Killing Fields. That is our topic. That is our topics tonight.
Dang. Okay, you really hit the heavy hitters.
There are documentaries that you can watch. I have watched one of them.
I have as well. Probably watched the same one on Netflix.
Yeah.
Probably. It was an interesting documentary for sure.
So we're going to just kind of go over it.
Okay. All right.
There's some new things that have come up this year, so.
All right.
So since the early 1970s, 34 bodies have been found on like a 50-mile highway, interstate. But there's 4 victims that were found on a 25-acre land there in League City. Sorry, my leg itches. Most victims were aged between 12 and 25, and they all shared similar features and hairstyles. So like they kind of shared similar things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The League City Police Department, along with the FBI, were not able to solve a lot of these murders. So some of them are still unsolved today.
Mm-hmm.
The Texas Killing Field is known as a perfect place for killing somebody and getting away with it. The director of one of the Texas Killing Fields movies stated that you could yell and no one would hear you. And you could run, but there wouldn't be a place for you to go. It's very barren. There's like oil, what do I want to say, containers? There's like a lot of those down there, but a lot of field, a lot of nature.
Field.
So
much field.
I gotta think.
Okay, I have to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to derail your train of thought.
No, that's okay.
There is something very scary about driving through the desert in a remote area like that at night. There is a trend, or like, it's a thing in scary movies sometimes they'll do, where you're driving at night and they blink off your headlights really quick while you're driving. And it is the most terrifying experience I've ever had in my life. It's the desert pitch black.
Do you remember when we went through the Moab? That was scary enough because it was so nothing. Like, if we had to do that, girl, the little freaking canyon thing that we did at nighttime was
You
scary.
guys. Flashback to our girls' trip last year. We probably whined about it on the pod when we were in the yurt.
Back to the yurt episode.
Every time I think about the yurt episode, I just think of my chocolate goddess car. She did so good.
Did. I cannot believe.
We were sent. Google Maps did us so dirty. Google Maps, if you're ever hearing this, you're our mortal enemy. I have never trusted Google Maps since. Like, I'll read it and I'll be like, well, hopefully the road's there. It was the worst thing. They sent us down some road it was called, like, Landfill Road, which should have been our first clue to reroute. But it was going to add, like, in the mountains, there's very few extra routes you can take. It was going to add, like, 3 extra hours. And we're like, let's take the shortest route. Shouldn't have been called a road at all.
It had like a signs that like ATVs and bikes and things like that could go on, but it didn't make sense because the sign was further up and not where we turned. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was like deep gulls.
Giant, yeah, it was like huge, I don't know.
Valleys below us, like we're like on a tiny road going through this thing.
In the tiny road, there were tons of spots where the road washed out, and so there were huge gaps where I had to drive super slow over them and hope they weren't bigger than the tire.
Then we didn't know if there was going to be like animals out there because it's pitch black. I mean, there were deer after, but then like that would have been really scary if like it was pitch black.
Yeah,
I think I would have lost it. I almost had to do a gummy early because I was freaking out. Because I had to get out and I had to let Katie drive.
Yeah, she had to switch places with me. She was like, I can't do it. I
couldn't even look. Like, most of the time.
Yeah, while I was driving and navigating all the things, she was like, I'm not looking. I can't look. It was crazy.
I hate heights, like deep heights like that. Mm-hmm. It really freaks me out because, like, my depth perception really goes off.
What if our camper is an RV and we go and we drive around and we podcast in places like that and, like, in the middle of nowhere? What if right now, like, we're in a desert in an RV
that kind of sounds like how we were going to get murdered.
You know what? That would be pretty epic.
How ironic would that be?
That would be pretty...
If we died that way, they have to promote our podcast.
And that's when we get famous. Is
after we said that.
Our podcast is good post-mortem. Yeah, that's true. Make us famous after we die at least so that our kids can get some benefits out of it. Even though Patience apparently doesn't care about her family after she dies. Okay, sorry to tangent you. It's just the killing fields. It's setting the scene in my head. Like, it is scary. Like, being out in the middle of nowhere, terrifying.
Yeah. So in April of 1984, a family dog brought back a human skull back to its home. And this skull belonged to a 25-year-old. Her name's Heidi Marie Villarreal-Fye. Not going to be good with the names, I'm going to tell you already. You know I'm never good with them. But Heidi. She was a cocktail waitress that was last seen on October 10th, 1983. She was walking from her parents' home to use a telephone at a convenience store. And her remains, when they found them, were approximately 6 months old. So, we're going to talk a lot of death. Lots of death. So she was the first one to be found in the League City acreage, 25-acre land. Okay, her I didn't write it in here, so some of those you're gonna have to fact check me, I guess, or believe my mouth. I believe
that's a normal phrase. Believe my mouth.
I believe she was buried. The dog dug it up.
That makes sense.
I'm pretty sure. So 22 months later, a group of children who were riding their bikes, I believe they were dirt bikes or whatever, around the area on Calder Road. Calder Road is the one that goes by the killing, or it's along the killing fields, but it's in this section of 25-acre land. It's like the main road. Mm-hmm. They talk about it a lot. They just happened to come across 2 bodies. Both of them were found on February 2nd, 1986. And they were roughly 50 to 60 yards from where Heidi was found. The body of Laura Miller and a Jane Doe were found, so they didn't know who the other one was. Laura Miller was a 16-year-old sophomore who had just moved to League City and was musically gifted. She was last seen on October 10th, 1984, at the same convenience store Heidi was last seen at last year. And she was using the payphone to call her boyfriend because since they just moved here, they didn't have They didn't have their phone hooked up yet. She wanted to call her boyfriend, so she went up there.
How did they
dropped her
find
off.
her body?
I will tell you.
Okay.
The remains of Laura Miller had been...
She's not happy about somebody dying. She's excited that she had the answer to the question, by the way.
Sometimes I never do, so it's nice. The remains of Laura Miller had been exposed to the elements, and they were, like, heavily decomposed. Okay? The police had a harder time identifying the Jane Doe. I'm saying a lot. Stop it. Oh. It wasn't until 33 years later, in April of 2019, through DNA evidence, that the victim was later identified to be 30-year-old Audrey Lee Cook. She was last heard from in late December 1985. Audrey had a small caliber shotgun wound to the back, severing her spine, and she had suffered additional injuries to her ribs. Both of these victims weren't buried, but more hidden from view. They were leaned up in a supine position under a tree.
Wow.
So, after reading that, kind of...
supine is a fun word.
Supine. I think... Some of this is still fresh because there's something that just happened this year. So a lot of the stuff that I was trying to find is buried because of all like what's going on now, like the headlines. I wanted to try to find out, were they approximately there at the same time? Could you carbon date their bone?
Oh my gosh. Imagine. Oh, that's horrific. Imagine somebody kidnapping you and bringing you next to another body that's already decomposed. Like, if they weren't killed at the same time, being like, well, that's going to be me. How horrible. I cannot fathom how scared. I mean, how scared you are to begin with, but if you just see that.
Yeah. Quick pause. I just had a patient yesterday.
Okay.
He lives in a town over from us. Comes in, said his foot was hurting. And I was like, okay. I was like, what's going on? Did you hurt it? He goes, yeah, I heard it like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, okay. And he like couldn't walk on it, so they take him back there. Maggots. In his foot. Okay. I'm not talking like one or two. I'm talking like all over this wound. So now he has to get his foot amputated. He's gonna lose his foot.
I bet he's diabetic.
I was like,
I'd be willing to bet so much money that he's diabetic.
How do you like? How do you
When
go on that long without
you
with
become
maggots?
diabetic, a lot of times you lose sensation in your feet and you get an injury, and then you don't realize. That's like it's very common to have to amputate.
The smell?
I would be so hyper aware of my feet if I were diabetic. Like, if you're listening to this and you're diabetic, stop the podcast right now and look at your dang feet.
No,
Seriously, like, I personally was with somebody and drove them to the ER. Jared's uncle, that he ended up passing away from this.
What?
Yes, and one of my patients, he had his foot amputated because of that. He had, it goes a toe, and then it was the whole foot. It's so common. It's crazy. It was gangrene, and that can go systemic like so dang fast. It's crazy. Why were we talking about your patient's foot out of nowhere?
I was thinking about decomposing bodies with maggots. Like, imagine if they imagine if they were like sat next to something that was super decomposed, that had bugs and like.
Yeah, it's one thing if it's bleached bones, but then to see that and smell,
That's why I went there. Sorry.
That's like saw torture.
So September 8th, 1991, the next body would be discovered by a horseback rider. She was also uncovered a very short distance from the others. Donna, I'm going to butcher her name, I'm sorry. Donna Gonsulin Prudhomme. I don't know if that's right. She was 34 and she had been missing since earlier in July 1991. The time of death was estimated to be only 4 months before her bones were found. Only 4 months, like.
Wow.
Her body was also dumped similar to Laura and Audrey's bodies near some trees. Like, they just kind of like
left them there.
Yeah. Since her remains were nothing but skeletal and carried no identification, she was also a Jane Doe for 28 years. And the only reason they were able to identify her was because they got a match through Ancestry.com for her existing family members in the database.
See these databases. I'm telling you.
I know some of you aren't approving, but look, we can like identify so many people. I do want to say, the sister spoke out about Donna saying, she was going like through a rough time. She was trying to get like her life back together. She had 5 children or something like that, and she moved here to get her life back together. And then she just randomly went missing. I'm going to show you pictures of these 4. There are pictures of the other victims. There's just a lot. So I'm going to put as many as I can. So I will show you a picture of them later. So stay tuned. Because her picture is so new looking. Like, does that make sense? It looks digital, not like from of the other pictures. Yeah. So these 4 victims were the only ones found in this specific field. However, along the 50-mile span of interstate, dozens of missing women and girls were discovered. The discoveries that followed after 1991 happened through accidental encounters, target confessions, and community efforts. Hunters and hikers had found several victims who were just when they were just simply walking through dense bayous, marshes, and wooded oil lots that lined the highway. Like, they would just walk, and they'd find a body, like, every so often. Which is crazy. Crazy. Like, think, that doesn't happen here, where you just, like, go and you... I never once when I'm stopped on the side of the highway be like, oh, I wonder if it's a dead body.
Oh my gosh. When I lived in Illinois, it was a huge fear of mine because all the time I'd be driving through Joliet and people would throw trash bags like on the side of the highway all the time and litter. Specifically on the highway, like under bridges and stuff. If I ever saw like a few trash bags in a row, I'd be like, I wonder if there's body parts in it. I would always assume there's a decomposing corpse or piece of crime.
You never know. Construction and oil workers also stumbled upon bodies as the cities were growing and they needed to dig more pipelines so they would uncover more bodies that way. I did not put this in here. There is a part where they said they found a row of bodies. Okay. Like they were all in a line, buried or something like that.
I think of like a concentration camp. That makes me really sad.
I want to know your opinion. Why do you think so many people...
Full circle. Carl Tonsler did the concentration camp. He did it, and he did it. Jeez, Katie, that's not... yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I want to know your insight of why you think all these bodies are around just these specific parts. Do you think it's one person? Do you think it's multiple? Do you think if it is multiple, do you think they're a part of a group?
How far apart are all the bodies that have been found so far? You said a 50-mile radius?
Mm-hmm. The 4 that we talked about were in that one specific area. But the others were kind of like...
is League City?
Well, in the early times, not very populated. I'm pretty sure it was a very small town. I want to say like maybe 300, but then it steadily grew since then in the early 90s. It had to have been over 2,000 or something like that.
I would have to assume it's the same guy who changed his MO, because leaving the bodies out, I'm assuming those happened after he buried them. He probably buried them to be more cautious at first, and then once he got away with it, he was like, well, I know nobody's even looking out here. I'll just leave the bodies right there. Let's see how long we can go. And he probably got cocky over time and just decided, let's just leave them out in the open.
Well, the fact that both of them were at that convenience store with the telephone is very, like, obviously, like, that they have to be tied. Sorry,
it's got to be somebody that, if they don't work at the convenience store, somebody that lives nearby enough to watch that convenience store. Or a trucker that regularly went by it. I would definitely be looking at all the regular customers in that store, that's for freaking sure.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Are you going to explain if they caught?
Oh.
Okay. I was going to say, I can't remember.
I'm going to give you some... In the documentary, they didn't have anything for these 4 women.
Okay.
But I have the update. Coming to you.
Do you have the update?
Yes. So after the discovery of Laura Miller's body, she was that 16-year-old. Her parents took it really hard because her mom was the one that dropped her off that telephone booth. And she was going to walk home. And then I remember in the documentary, he was like talking about how she was just such a special girl or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Something like, I just remember it was so touching how he spoke about his daughter. He founded Texas
Chainsaw Massacre.
Hold on, Texas. Equestrian
Equestrian.
A quest search.
A quest.
Texas, a quest search.
Okay. Does that have to do with horseback riding on like searching for missing people on horseback and doing like arrangements for people to go riding?
Yes. This was a volunteer search and rescue organization. They would do horseback riding, ATVs, boats, and drones to comb regional fields and waterways immediately after a person went missing, preventing any other bodies being lost at a time. So I thought that was really neat, because they do show that in the series, them doing that. And he is still doing it to this day. Even now, in 2026.
You know what kind of makes me sad? Is how technology has changed so much. Like, we can have infrared drones that will check up body heat. So, like, those drones can fly around remote areas like that looking for possible missing people that are, like, isolated somewhere. And it makes me sad that, like, if they knew the girls went missing in the area, they might have used those, like, in the dead of night and been able to see where these people were hunkered down. Like, or say they were wounded and left for dead alive. Like, maybe the police could have used technology like that to find them while they were missing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to think that, like, 100 years from now, that will be out there and they can just immediately, like, satellites will be able to scan the whole surface and go, that's her. I would like that.
I would too. I think
technology is scary, and tracking you is scary. But when you think about all the people that you love and all the people that are stuck with loved ones going missing, Patience is trying out for a rock band.
My tongue felt really weird.
It looked really weird. It looked like you were trying to stab somebody with it. You went all whiny. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Bubble check?
Boop, boop. 2, maybe 2.5.
Definitely a 2.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm relaxed.
My back really hurts still. I had to move a bunch of scripts today.
She hates it.
I had to do heavy lifting, and your girl can't heavy lift anymore. I'm strong, but my body isn't strong. Like, my arms are fine, my back and my arthritic knees are half dead.
Whoa. Excuse me. We're going to talk about the victims. And there's a lot of them, and we're going to go through each story. They're in chronological order.
Okay.
So we're going to start. Now, a reminder, all these bodies were found in that 50-mile span of that interstate. So, it's not, I obviously mentioned before. So, the first one, her name is Colette Wilson. She was 13. She disappeared from a bus stop in Alvin, Texas, after she was dropped off by her band director on June 17, 1971. Her body was found 5 months later on November 26th, near the reservoir, just 30 yards from the location where the body of Gloria Gonzalez was discovered 4 months later. How bad do you think that band director felt?
I can't imagine.
Brenda Jones, 14, was last seen while walking to Galveston Hospital on her way to visit her aunt on July 1st, 1971. Her body was found on July 2nd, 1971, floating in the nearby Galveston Bay near Pelican Island. This is going to get sad. It's going to get sad, so I'm sorry. Rhonda Johnson, 14, and Sharon Shaw, 13. This is one that you're going to want to kind of remember. They have another part of their story coming up. I think. Yes. They disappeared from Harris County, Texas on the afternoon of August 4th, 1971. Both were last seen walking along the Seawall Boulevard in Galveston near a local beach. And on January 3rd, 1972, 2 boys fishing in Clear Lake discovered a human skull floating in the water, which they initially believed to be like a sports ball. 6 weeks later, searchers discovered the rest of the body, along with that of another girl in the marsh near the lake. According to the coroner's inquest filed on February 17, 1972, the skull found in the lake was determined via dental records to have belonged to Sharon Shaw. Additionally, this part gets me, sorry. Additionally, a crucifix found wrapped around the jawbone of the skull was identified by Sharon Shaw's mother to have belonged to her daughter. And the other body in the marsh was positively identified as Rhonda Johnson. It's just really sad.
It kills me because, especially like when these children are my children's age,
Yeah.
like they're my babies. Like I know they're growing up, but I can't.
It's crazy that someone can do that to somebody so young.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
in
murder
general,
exists, obviously, but
when it comes to the kids,
yeah, it's a special freaking kind of evil.
it is.
To look at a child, and that's what kills me. Okay, quick rant here. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what belief system you have. Innately, you know a difference between right and wrong. Okay, I think we can all agree that hurting a child, an innocent child, is wrong. And I don't think you need to be taught any religion or rules to just gutturally and instinctively know that children are to be protected. You know, it's survival. Children are sacred. And for you to completely obliterate that and be so selfish that you're literally overriding human nature, it makes you so less than human. I can't fathom that kind of evil. That is, to me, that is evil.
Mm-hmm.
There is good and evil, and that's what makes me more agnostic, but that's another. That is, it's wrong.
So wrong.
Ugh.
So Gloria Gonzalez, 19, was last seen on October 28, 1971, near her apartment in Houston, Texas.
Can you say her name one more time?
Gloria Gonzalez. Her skeletal remains were found near the reservoir in the same area as Clark Wilson, who was the first one to accomplish. 19. Allison Craven, she was 12. She was reported missing by her mother on November 9, 1971, when she returned to their apartment in Houston, Texas. After completing shopping errands for an hour, so she was only gone an hour, and her 12-year-old is missing. 3 months later, police found Craven's partial remains in a nearby field. 2 hands along with bones from an arm and some teeth. On February 25, 1972, the rest of her skeleton was found in Pearland, Texas field, 10 miles from where she was last seen. Don't cry on me, Kate.
It's so sad.
It is so sad.
Those babies, they're just.
Debbie Ackerman and Maria Johnson, both 15, were last seen attempting to hitchhike to Houston, Texas near an island ice cream shop in Galveston, Texas on November 15th.
Oh, not the ice cream murders.
Witnesses
I'm sorry, date?
November 15th, 1971. Witnesses reported seeing a man in a white van stopping by the curbside and picking the girls up after agreeing to drive them to Houston. Their bodies were found bound and partially nude in the bayou on November 17th near Texas City.
So he's been sexually assaulting all of these women as well. Presumably.
Yes. Kimberly Pitchford, 16, was last seen at, I think it's Dobby High School in Houston, Texas, where she was there for a driving test on January 3rd, 1973. Her body was found by 2 teenage boys 2 days later in a ditch in Angleton, Texas. Just taking a driving test. Brooke Bracewell, 12, and Georgia Gear, 14, were both last seen at a convenience store. I don't know if this is the same convenience store.
If I were, like, they were all local in the same area. If I were the parents, like, gosh, I had to open a media circus online. Like, keep your kids inside. Do you know where your children are? Like that.
Had to.
I wouldn't have let my kids go out. If there were that many going missing, I'd be like, nope, you're going straight home.
So on September 6, 1974, at the time of their disappearance, police insisted that Bracewell and Gear were runaways. Only begin to investigate foul. They didn't start to investigate foul play until 1981.
Wow.
So 1974 to 1981. Now we're finally going to investigate.
Oh, if somebody told me my 14-year-old child was a runaway and didn't investigate it.
Yeah. In 1976, partial skeletal remains belonging to Bracewell were found by police in a culvert in Alvin, Texas, nearby the pair's last known
What's a
location.
culvert?
It's like a sewer thing.
Other than a place to get froyo.
Hold on. It's the thing that sucks down water. When all the water runs down, it goes into a culvert. I believe.
I'm gonna look what it looks
Patience
like.
is gonna. I gotta look it up. I'll when we do our break because it's gonna bother me.
Okay.
Nearby, the pair's last known location, but were not connected to Bracewell and Gear at the time. They were only identified after a new detective took over the case in 1981. The ditch where they were originally found was re-examined on April 3rd, 1981, and more remains were found, as well as the fragments of a gold sweater and plaid pants.
Culvert. You're giving me
What?
That makes me so. This whole thing is so sad, but you're reminding me of Jackie from the Yuba County 5, and how his dad immediately saw the clothes and was like, "Yeah, that's my kid." When you said the clothes, it really got me.
I'm sorry, Kate.
It's so sad.
Susan Bowers, 12, was last seen walking along a road. I'm sorry, we gotta get through them all. She means that respectfully. I need to drink a water.
I put on too much makeup to cry.
She was last seen walking along a route between her and her grandmother's house. Only about I have like such a dry throat. About 1 mile to her own home. Okay, so she's only walking a mile to her like in between.
A mile is a bit long for a 12-year-old. Like, I'm trying to picture being okay with Caden walking a mile to go somewhere, and I'd be a little...
On May 21st, 1977, in Galveston, Texas, the 7th grader was going home to get her swimsuit to go to the beach. Her skeletal remains were found 2 years later, on March 25th, 1979. Only a mile. Tina Klaus, 17, and I believe this is the only male that I remember reading.
Did you say Tina Klaus?
Yeah.
How's that male?
No, I'm going to tell you their name. Harold Klaus Jr.
Oh.
I think that's the only male that I know of. I think it's a male. Anyways, they were found on January 12th, 1981. She was 17 and Harold was 21.
Oh. They had that. I'm like, oh, that's fine.
They were found January 12th, 1981, in North Harrison County in a boggy wooded area just north of the Houston city limits. A civilian's dog left to wander into the woods, and it returned to its owners with a decomposing human arm. Search parties prompted by the dog's discovery found the heavily decomposed bodies of the Klaus couple near Wallaceville Road. Despite significant decomposition, it was determined that both were victims of homicide. Tina had been strangled and Harold had been bound and gagged before being beaten to death. And in 2021, forensic genealogists positively identified Dean and Tina, and in 2022, their daughter, Holly...
Dean, I thought his name was Harold.
His middle name is Dean, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm shortening some of their names. Their daughter, Holly Mary, was located alive in Oklahoma, so they had a daughter. Yeah. Michelle Garvey, 15, she went missing from New London, Connecticut, presumably after running away from home on June 1st, 1982, at the age of 14. Harvey's body was found on July 1st, 1982, in Baytown, Texas, 1 month after she went missing. The cause of death of the victim was determined to be strangulation. There was evidence that Garvey had been sexually assaulted, and her body was found wearing brown clothing, including a long-sleeve button-down shirt with a distinct horse embroidery on the breast pocket.
Am I like? I think I went up a level because I thought you just said 3 different last names every time. I thought you said Gardy, Harvey, and then Garvey.
Sorry,
I would have sworn that.
It is Garvey. The last name is Garvey.
Okay.
Okay, so the horse on the breast pocket. The body was disposed of in a field after she died, possibly hours after her murder. She was buried near 2 other unidentified murder victims found in 1981, who were identified in 2021 as Dean and Tina. Or Dean and Tina. So her body was up by this couple.
Okay.
So her body, the only reason she was found was because in January 2014, with the efforts of the missing and exploited children, they were able to contact her family through DNA testing. I believe, if I'm right, they also were able to remake her face out of the clay. And they were able to identify that way. to confirm.
That is the forensic sculpting is so cool.
Yeah. The fact that you can tell like the depths of somebody's cheekbones.
Crazy.
Very
cool.
Very crazy. Susan Eads, 20. Who was a words are hard. Was a cocktail waitress who left her family home in Harris County on August 30th, 1983, to her workplace. The following day, a motorist discovered her body a few miles from her home. Found naked, she had bruises on her back and face, and Susan had been strangled to death with the bodysuit she was wearing, which was used as a tourniquet. Her car was found parked adjacent to the vacant lot where she was found. An autopsy determined that she had been sexually assaulted, and she was last seen at a local club with a white man wearing a cowboy hat. Her mother received phone calls from an unidentified man who claimed to have photos of her daughter. He referenced himself as Bill and said that he lived in Houston, Texas. A DNA profile extracted from the Susan's body were matched to Arthur Raymond Davis Jr., a Vietnam War veteran and a boat captain. But he had died on January 16, 1984 after a single vehicle accident.
Oh my gosh.
That is okay. So when they end up finding the killer, but they're already dead, it's almost like where was the justice? Like it's not as satisfying.
That's my thought. That's why I'm so freaking upset.
Because you can't confront the killer.
In a car accident.
Would you confront your son's killer?
Oh. Would I?
You don't think the sadness that you would have for losing a child, you think your anger would conquer over your sadness?
Oh, yeah. 100%. I would be devastated, but I would let the anger take over to fuel me to get revenge or get justice or whatever I needed to do. And then, like, the sorrow would seep in more once things settled down. But my anger I would see red. Because I do, like, if anybody says anything bad about my kids, I immediately, like, you know how you as a parent, it's not only are you offended because people are inferring that you're not a good enough parent to have raised them right, like if they talk about their kid's behavior or whatever, it's like, excuse me, I'm their parent, like I think I did fine, I think my child's fine. There's something that like
you're good. I'm just double checking.
Okay. I thought she was giving me eyes. I'm all this to say yes. Yeah. Definitely would be mad. I would do
it bothers me when the killer is already dead because it's like you
no
just
justice.
Like yes, you find out, but like they don't. There was no consequence for them.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
death. That was the consequence.
Getting them after they're already dead.
I would want.
That's why you believe in the devil or in hell, rather. You have to.
They all have to go there.
Do you believe in like justice and karma, like in general? Even barring God and deities aside, do you believe that karma or that justice does?
Like what you give comes around?
Yeah. Do you believe what goes around comes around? Exactly.
Yeah.
I do too.
They give the good out.
This is why I really hope so, because I could use a boon. Like, I really need good things.
The next victim would be Heidi Faye. She was our first one that we talked about.
Okay.
So we already talked about her. Next would be Sandra Ramber. There is a picture of her. She's so cute. She was 14. She was last seen at her family's home in Santa Fe, Texas on August 26, 1983. And she was determined to be missing due to the fact that the front door was left open and food was in the oven and her purse and coat were still in the house. She was initially believed to have gone to the store for a moment, but she never returned. I could not find any information on how they found her body and all that stuff. Next would be Laura Miller. She was 16. We already talked about her. Ellen Beeson, 29. I think she's the oldest, by the way. Was last seen with friends on July 29th, 1985. Oh my god, that's my age. God. She was at the Texas Moon Club in League City, where she met a local construction worker, Clyde Hendrick. Later that evening, she told her friends, that's Tipper. She told her friends, Tipper. She told her friends that she and Hendrick had made plans to go swimming. And her decomposed remains were discovered underneath the sofa in a wooded area besides the old road in Galveston County. The medical examiner was unable to determine the time of death, but upon the exhumation, thank you, of her remains in 2012, it was ruled that she had suffered several This is a tongue twister. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Suffered several severe skull fractures. Ooh, so many S's. Hendrick was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in the connection of her case and served 8 years in prison, and he died in 2026.
And this is the same man that had the car accident.
No, this is
Wait, so there's two different murders, or he was wrongfully convicted.
There was one for the one that they for sure they were like, oh, this guy did it. So now in this one, there's a different guy that said claimed that he did it.
So they proved that there are two killers for the Texas killing fields.
So there. Okay, so keep that in your head about who you think
was that poor man wrongfully convicted?
Wait till the end. You'll find out. Find out. Next is Michelle Thomas. She was 17. Last leaving her family residence in Santa Fe, Texas on October 5th, 1985. And after
that's exactly 4 years before I'm born. To the day.
Whoa. After having returned from work from a gas station, she left to meet with her friends in a nearby nightclub later that evening. Acquaintances claimed that she had stopped at a convenience store on the way to the nightclub, and Michelle had gotten into a vehicle with two men. She has not been seen since, and the authorities believe that she may have been abducted and murdered. So there's no body for her, I believe. Next is Audrey Cook. We talked about her. Shelley Sykes. We're getting kind of close. Shelley Sykes was 19. She was last seen leaving her job as a waitress at a seafood restaurant on May 24th, 1986. Her car was found the next day, stuck in mud, blood-stained, and abandoned on the side of the I-45 access road. The driver's side window had been broken. Bloodstains were discovered on the door and on the driver's seat. Sykes' body has never been found. But two men, John King and Gerald Swartz, had been charged and convicted of her murder.
Ghost orbs!
It's a mold scary. I don't like bugs, okay?
She won't even go in the butterfly place.
I did.
In the zoo.
I have.
Without me?
We took the kids in there, and Levi was so scared of all the bugs that I didn't even really get to see anything, because we had to like run through it all, because he didn't like the bugs.
I mean, I don't like the bugs after, but the room with all the plants and the butterflies is so cute.
I ran that beach.
Levi missed the magic.
Well, it's fine. We can do it again.
You heard her. She said she'd do it. So if I go to the zoo with her again, I'm holding you to that.
Okay. So there's two more killers that got convicted of this woman's murder. So that makes four, right? You know how there's like four.
Yeah.
So obviously, is it more than one? Is it people getting wrongly convicted? Okay.
Yeah.
Susan Richard.
If there's that many people getting wrongfully convicted in this county, though, how bad is that police force?
Susan Richardson, 22, was employed as a night clerk at the condominiums. Whoa. On October 7th, 1988, by resort security guards, and shortly after, another employee who was sleeping in the room above Richardson's office heard a loud female scream. The witness claims to have heard a car door slam shut, accompanied by another scream, and the sound of a car speeding away from the parking lot. And her desk was the next day found abandoned. So we don't know what happened to her. It is presumed that she died. Donna Prudhomme, we already talked about her. She was 34. She was the oldest. Lynette Bibbs, 14, Tamara Fisher, 15, disappeared on February 1st, 1966, after visiting a club for teenagers. A 22-year-old male later claimed to have dropped the friends off at a motel near the city center, and the bodies of the two girls were found dumped on a rural road 2 days later. Crystal Baker, she was 13. She was last seen near I-45, which is that long 50-mile strip, on March 5th, 1996. Leaving her grandmother's home for a convenience store to use the phone after an argument. Crystal was last seen using a phone at a local convenience store to ask her friend if she could stay with her. 2 hours later, her body was found. She had been raped, strangled, and dumped off of a bridge above the river. Baker's great-aunt, Marilyn Monroe, Not that one. Was... and Kevin Edison Smith was convicted of capital murder and had death in 2012 and sentenced to life in prison.
Wait, what? Her aunt?
Her great aunt.
Was accused of murdering her?
So in 2019, the governor signed the law called the Crystal Gene Baker Act, which permits the collection of DNA from individuals arrested for certain felonies prior to conviction.
Yes, that's why we had the DNA databases of the felons, is because of her.
Isn't that crazy?
You... Girl.
Laura Smither, 12, was last seen in Friendswood, Texas, jogging down her home street on April 3rd, 1997. After telling her mother she was going on a 20-minute run, 17 days later, on April 20th, 1997, her body was found in a retention pool in Pasadena, Texas. In 1998, her parents established the Laura Recovery Center, a non-profit organization that aids the search for and recovery of kidnapped victims. William Lewis Reese was convicted of the murders of Laura Smither, Kelly Cox, and Jessica Kane in June 2022.
What?
And we're going to talk about those other three girls. Or two girls here.
Another. So how many people now have been convicted of all these murders? 5?
5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And this all happened in a 50-mile radius. That's actually really small, right?
That's small.
That's small.
What if... Are you ready for my theory?
Sure.
What if they all were guilty and these really were the murders and there's just something in the water there that brings out psychopathic tendencies?
The parasite, remember?
Yeah, like the parasite that makes you behave weirdly enough that you...
What was that episode we did? Hinterkaifeck?
Oh yeah, because the farm killing.
Yes, and we were like, oh, what if it's still like water?
Yeah, what if there's something in this setting that brings it out?
Can we how many ranges? I'm going to throw this at you. Compare the settings of the areas where that would be possible. Because I bet they wouldn't have a good filtration system out there. Just like in Hinterkaifeck, they wouldn't have good...
What if you could take the water samples from the nature of Hinterkaifeck and the nature of the killing fields and compare the soil and the water sample?
What if there's some bacterial parasite that
causes these behaviors?
I love when we're so freaking smart. It makes sense. Well, I mean, like, not every, like, serial killer comes from, like, a remote town, but, like, I feel like it's very common.
Similar, like the Hinterkaifeck, the axe murder style things. That makes me very curious.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay. I mean, I don't love it.
Yeah. You get what I mean.
Yeah.
Kelly Cox was 20 and she was last seen July 15th, 1997 at a gas station, a convenience store. After locking herself out of her car and making a call to her boyfriend for help using the station's outdoor payphone. Over 18 years later, on March 18, 2016, Kelly's remains were discovered after suspected serial killer William Reese, the guy we just talked about, directed investigators to search an area in Brazoria County, Texas, where her remains were found. Reese confessed to and was convicted of the murder in 2022.
So another killer.
He's the same one from the last one. So we're talking about his victims.
Sorry.
You're fine. Jessica Kane, 17, was last seen at a restaurant in Clear Lake, Texas, dining with her friends around 1:30 a.m. She was reported missing on August 17th, 1997, when her father found her truck abandoned along I-45. And on March 18th, 2016, Jessica's remains were finally found in a field off of a road next to Hobby Airport. The suspected serial killer William Reese directed investigators to search the area where her remains were found. So I only have 3 more. Oh no, this is the oldest. Her name was Tot Tran Harm. Harriman? 57. She was visiting relatives in Texas and had mapped out a route between League City and Corpus Christi, Texas, and planned to drive along State Highway 35. She departed at approximately 5 a.m. on July 12, 2001 from her son's residence near League City. And the last...
Thousands now.
Yeah. Tot was last seen driving along Highway 35 and to be never seen again.
Look at the gap in your timeline. We go from 1977 to 81.
All the way to 2021.
Steadily.
2021.
Nothing in 80.
How many years is that?
I'm looking at all these gaps in these dates where bodies were found.
So how many years is it from 1997 to 2001?
97 to 2001? 4.
So 4 years later, 4 years later, the killings are starting again.
Yeah.
Why?
Here's what kills me.
Why did it stop for 4 years?
It did it, and are there just that many more victims that haven't been found?
Good thought. Good thought. Good thought, Kate.
Because for him to be consistently killing all these people, what happened in his life where there were gaps? Like, did he have a baby and so he couldn't get away to do these horrific things? Or are we missing a lot of women
in that 4 year?
Yeah.
Sarah Anna Lewis Trusty, 23, was last seen during the evening hours in I can't pronounce this town. Near her church, riding her bicycle around 11 p.m. on July 12, 2022. Her body was discovered on July 28, 2002 in a dike.
You said she went missing in 2022.
Yeah.
Her body was 20. When did she go missing?
2002.
2002. Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, what?
Okay, so they were discovered in the same year. In a dike. I don't know what a dike is.
I know it has to do with water.
Is it Dick Dyke?
It's one
of those two words, okay? It was discovered in Texas City in a nearby reservoir by fishermen. How crazy would that be if you're like a fisherman and you find some little girl's body? How traumatic would that be?
Traumatic. 100% traumatic. I'd be always looking everywhere for another, gotta find them all now.
Teresa, our last one. Teresa Vegas. She was 16. She was last seen in Dixon, Texas, walking near the Green subdivision on October 31st, 2006. 3 days later, her body was found strangled, raped, and with her hair cut off in a field across from the high school.
Just the degradation. What year or what day did she go missing?
October 31st, 2006.
Okay,
so those are all our victims. Victim. Are you okay?
Yeah. That's horrific. Those little babies.
Okay. We're gonna go over the suspects. Okay, remember we already have 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our first suspect for one of these girls' cases was Michael Lloyd Self. He was a gas station operator and a convicted sex offender who became a suspect in the murders of Rhonda Johnson and Sharon Shaw. They were
Sharon Shaw. It's just kind of fun to say her name.
They are the ones that the crucifix was found on the jawbone. Okay. Self confessed to the murders, and he was taken to the district prison. Later aiding with locating the bodies. In the following months, he retracted his confession, claiming that he had been tortured in confessing, and the interrogators he's claimed that the interrogators were suffocating him with a plastic bag, burning him with cigarettes and a radio, and that the chief of police was assaulting him.
Good.
But nevertheless, he was convicted of killing them and received life imprisonment term, despite the fact that his confession showed great discrepancies concerning the victim's clothing, the date of the murders, the location, and how they were killed, and various other details. So he's in there, but there's people who believe that, or there's evidence that he may not have. Sorry. 3 years later, in 1976, 2 officers were arrested and convicted of various crimes, including torture and other misconduct against detainees. Morris was sentenced to 55, the other guy was 30. So the guy, Michael Self, who was convicted of killing the 2 girls, he applied for an appeal, but was rejected every time.
Good.
He died on December 21st, 2000, still in custody. It was only after his death that a number of police officials, including the former district attorney, stated that he was wrongfully convicted. Isn't that crazy?
Uh-huh.
Edward Bell. An investigation by the League City Police and the FBI in the 1970s identified Edward Bell as a known exhibitionist. Can that be like Gold Star word? I said it really good. He had been arrested at least 12 times on charges of showing his genitals to children. Sorry,
No. Funny. What are you?
I felt saying it when we were taking a drink because I didn't think you were going to expect me to say genitals. That's all.
Yes, we have the maturity of a 2-year-old.
But he had been doing that, but each time he avoided imprisonment. Like, they never put him in prison. He lived near a property in the beach, by the beach, where he was a silent partner of a surf shop. Even though he knew two of the victims who frequented the store, their names were Debbie Ackerman and Maria Johnson. In the mid-70s, he acquired a plot of land and lived near this place where two more victims, Bracewell and Gear, were last seen alive. So in 1978, he got caught masturbating in front of a group of teenage girls. Sorry, Kate, we're going down the dark rabbit hole.
I'm not squeamish usually, but I'm just, these are, the fact that it's children, it makes it...
Yeah. So there was a Marine, his name was Larry Dickens, removed the keys from Belle's vehicle and refused to return them. So this guy was like, you're not going anywhere. Like, you're doing this in front of children. I'm taking your keys. You're not driving away. You're not leaving. In retaliation, Edward Bell killed him and fled. And he was apprehended by police eventually, but he posted bail several weeks later in order to avoid conviction and further incarceration. He fled Texas and escaped from the United States, evading police for more than 2 decades.
Incarceration.
In 1993, he was arrested in Panama and extradited back to the United States, where he was convicted of Dickens' murder and received a 70-year sentence.
Dickens' hands. Wait, that was the guy that was jerking off?
No, that was the guy that died. In 1998, Bell wrote several letters to the Harris County attorney confessing to the murder of 5 girls in 1971. 6 more between 1974 and 1977. He stated that he did not remember the names of most of his victims, but confidently stated that he killed Debbie Ackerman, Maria Johnson, Colette Wilson, and Kimberly Pitchford, as well as 2 other girls whom he had abducted in Webster in August of 1971. And that was Rhonda Johnson and Sharon Shaw. Okay?
You're actually speaking pretty clearly, so I know you're stumbling over your words and you're looking at me like, shut up.
No, I was saying if you the names.
I recognize them. So, I like Sharon Shaw's the best. She's my
favorite.
Okay,
do you remember that guy Michael Self that said he did it, but he was interrogated and he got put the one that they were like, oh, he was wrongly convicted? He really was wrongfully convicted because this guy knew that this guy that we're talking about, Edward Bell, he later identified Rhonda Johnson and Sharon Shaw. But he was never charged with those murders because they already had so much on him. But he remained a prime suspect until his death in April 2019.
You know what else?
What?
You know how I said you gotta be a special kind of evil to hurt children?
Yeah.
You double down on the evil when it's in a sexual, predatory manner. I swear there's different descents, like different depths of evil. And then when I think about to be a murderer, to be convicted, and to be imprisoned, and you're already being punished, and it's not going to change the outcome. You're not going to have a different sentence. You're holding that information that he could have just confessed to it, and it wouldn't have affected him at all. What kind of special freaking sick upbringing do you have to sit there and think, I'm not going to tell him, even though it's not going to hurt you in any way?
It's because they like to feel that pain that you give off of
knowing that I feed off of your pain to the last, and then they get off on the power.
Yeah.
It just torture.
Just
let me do an internship in the hell torture chamber. Let me get a little piece of the action. Just a few needles under the nail.
Oh, sorry.
A few hot puckers to the eyeballs. I would like to apply formally. I don't want to be with you, Satan, but I just want to work beside you. Okay.
Sorry, excuse me.
That's the first time in my life I've been like, excuse me, Satan.
We're getting kind of
my dad. I can just picture my dad watching this.
Are you still interested? Am I going too fast? Too slow?
Oh no,
there's a lot of names, but
I'm good. But level check. I'm sitting at 6. I'm sitting at about a 6. Yeah, I blew past. I was good on a 5 for a while, and then I can tell my brain's losing functionality a little bit. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of speed talk just a little bit. So Mark Stalling, so in 2013, He was a convicted kidnapper serving a life term, confessed to killing a girl, later identified as Donna Prudhomme. She was that girl that had the 5 kids and she was trying to turn her life around. In 1991, and dumped her body in the fields. At the time of the murder, Stallings was living and working in Lake City near the homes of some of the girls who went missing and were subsequently found dead. Despite the fact that his testimony shows great consistencies with detail, he has not been charged with any murders, but remains a suspect in the murder of Donna Prudhomme and Audrey Cook, as well as 2 unrelated murders in Fort Bend County. Ooh. Clyde Hedrick was named a suspect in the crime scene at Texas Filling Fields. He was released from jail in 2021 after he was sentenced to 20 years in prison for the murder of Ellen Beeson in 1984. Sorry. Following his release, Hedrick lived in a halfway house in July 2022. But Tim Miller, the father of the victim, Laura Miller, who is the one who founded the Equestrian Search, won $24 million in liability damages after filing a wrongful death lawsuit against Hendrick, who was his former neighbor. He had been found civilly liable for Laura Miller's death, but not criminally charged. Hendrick had a previous criminal record that included charges of trespassing, theft, abuse of a corpse, attempted arson, possession of drugs, blah, 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 lots of it. But he did confess killing Laura Miller and Heidi Faye. And he committed suicide on March 21st, 2026. That's why it is so popular. So that man never got charged for any of those murders. Okay.
What do you think is more believable? That this was all this many murders in one area?
I'm gonna tell you there's like a really big theory.
Okay.
I cannot wait. I think you're gonna go right on the wagon.
Tipper looks like roadkill on the ground right
now. Okay, so remember all these people that we talked about that. So we're like up to 6 or 7 of them or whatever. But like you just said, do you think that it is like just random serial killers that are attracted to that location, or do you think it's some cult group that does this for like is it a group?
I would think the police would have at least looked for connections between the men that were convicted.
Right.
I am sure it would have come out if they were all part of some group.
So the group theory is just started in 2026.
Okay.
Based
on what connections?
I just freaking lost my place.
I hate when that happens.
Okay. During these proceedings, prosecutors it's a bit words. explicitly alleged that Elmer Jr. was operating as part of a local group or network of predators who brutally kidnapped, assaulted, and murdered women in the area. Before the Kohler Road, so that's where the first 4 girls were. And this group was also linked to Clyde Hedrick, the one who killed himself this year. A long-time primary suspect who died before he could face a grand jury. They believe that it's like a circle of men who enabled each other's crimes, and it treated as a crime ring of local predators. So not like a cult, but it's like a ring of predators. Like we have the drug ring, and be like a predator. And they all knew about these crimes.
I
vaguely knew each other.
Have to pause you.
Yes.
I just ISS'd you with a lip ring and then an eyebrow piercing.
Did I look good?
Yeah, you pulled up this like goth look because of your dark hair with the blue through it.
Yeah. Love it. So that's the group theory that's going on right now. That it was like an inner ring of predators.
Look cute with an eyebrow piercing. I don't like eyebrow piercings, but you have great eyebrows, and I feel like it would like look. Yeah.
I appreciate it. My last little part. The rumor.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. I just have this last part. Okay. The rumor of a cult is often mixed up with a completely separate, horrific crime that took place nearby Houston in 2014. I'm going to make you guess it because you have said it before. And I'm going to test your knowledge.
The cult.
A rumor of a cult
is a Manson family?
There's a specific term they used back then.
Oh, a term for what?
Of a cult.
The name of the cult.
Yes. Here, I'm going to say it again. The rumor of a cult is often mixed up with a completely separate, horrific crime that took place nearby Houston in 2014. there was a time where we were talking about hitchhiking.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned the toy box killer.
I'm not gonna
remember.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you here in just a second. In that unrelated case, two teenage girls were murdered. One was a 15-year-old named Korean Curvins in an abandoned apartment, and a carved cult symbol into her. Because the crime happened in the broader Houston area and featured genuine satanic elements, internet sleuths and true crime forums frequently conflated with the historical Calder Road cases. So during that time, people were worried about the satanic panic.
I was just about to say satanic panic.
We talked about it once.
I did mention the
you
satanic
told me about
panic.
it.
Yeah, it's a whole phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just triggered anything remotely goth. If you were wearing an eyebrow piercing and a lip ring, you would have been part you would have been given something. You know what I mean?
I think that the hold on. I need a moment.
I'm getting congested too. I'm boom stick. Ours went missing.
I totally forgot what I was supposed to say, but whatever. Never mind. It's fine.
She's mad at me.
Okay. You remember Sharon Shaw?
Yeah, she's my favorite name.
I wanted to show you them. She looks like a Sharon Shaw.
She's beautiful.
And this is Sandra Ramber. We'll show her. She's so cute. So cute. Remember how I said they have like those like school photo pictures, I guess? Is that what they're called?
I can't look.
Gosh, Kate. Okay, do you need a second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't. It sounds so horrible that I don't want to see. Okay.
Do you want to know what the killers look like?
Yeah. Spit on your iPad.
Do you want to see? Okay, so this is. Oops. I need a moment. Okay, this is one of them. Okay. Look how creepy they look. But then the one that just killed himself recently to avoid like all that time.
The gummiest man to have ever, the smallest jaw I've ever seen in my life. No wonder he was trying to compensate with toxic masculinity and freaking murder. What a tiny little man. Disgusting. He looks like he looks like a shrunken head version of a meth head.
This is another one.
I see meth head man over there.
This is the other one. Okay.
He looks kind of more average, I guess. He looks like he'd own an Italian hoagie shop.
Okay, so that concludes our story. My belief is that it was some ring of predators. I think it was like a... I think it was a group of them.
Here's not only if these are different convicted killers, not only is that crazy that there happen to be so many killers that lived in the same area, but not only are they all killers, but they all are exhibiting what's the word I'm thinking of? Where they look at children. Pedophilia. They're all murders, but they're also all pedophilic. That's a weird. You want to know something? Specific factor. If they just happen to be random murders, how come they're all pedophilic?
I bet that
if that's a word, I think that's a word. We're making it a word for now.
I think that they
someone maybe known as the woman who made pedophilic as a new word.
I think that when you know how there were like drag shows and stuff, I bet there was like things like that where pedophiles would like meet up and like have weird creepy meetings. And I think they would know each other.
You think they know each other? Like, people don't go around bragging about that kind of thing. So whenever two murders, you know what? For my next topic, I got you. I'm gonna find an interesting one where it's like two horrible, evil people just happen to meet up and make a murder duo. Well, I'll pull up one of my duos out of my hat. I have numerous hats and numerous duos in my numerous hats, apparently.
Yeah, that was my topic.
It was really, it wasn't good because it was
very sad. I just wanted to give every one of the victims, like, I wanted to say, like everything about them. I think something that's really sad is Tim Miller, Laura Miller's dad. In the documentary, they have like her grave where she died.
I wouldn't want it when I left her personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I would like.
If that's the last place she touched on Earth, it's the same thing as people that do the car accident memorials. Like, I don't really relate to that thinking. I don't understand why people want a memorial where the crash happened. Speaking of which, speaking of drag, the song Drag Path keeps getting stuck in my head all day today by 21 Pilots. This song is so sad sounding, and I keep never heard it. I'll add it to the list. All right. Do you want to do a level check before we go to lunch? Let me finish with you.
It's not snacks anymore.
Do you know how many times I've called it lunch? I'm surprised they don't call it recess. Let's level check, but you did great. Before we go, it was really good. I hate to say love the topic. I found it very fascinating and fulfilling and worthwhile learning about. And it was presented well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
I feel like I interrupted a lot.
I didn't want to.
What's new?
She literally just did it as I was talking to. I think I wanted to give like our 50th like a good.
It was a whopper.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to know other people's theories about it though. Like, how do you think that? Do you think it's the water? There was something in the water and they all just happened to get it.
Look at me, I'm playing with the lights like I'm Kate.
But you know what makes me wonder? How?
Now, brown cow.
If it was the water, why would it just pick and choose?
How are you more prone to getting it? If you're like, how come it's not every citizen? Why is it only certain people? Well, you know what? What about the DNA marker that they found that more people are psychopathic if they have this DNA marker? Like the FBI did research and they found some sort of like gene or chromosome. Ooh, fact check yourself, Katie. It was a whole storyline on Riverdale too.
Really?
Where there's like some sort of DNA marker they can find, and they know you are more likely to be in it. Stuff that lots of killers have had in common.
What?
I swear, I think it's a real thing.
We're gonna tag. Write it on the list.
Sorry, I'm getting really close to the mic. You're welcome.
Okay, we're gonna go to lunch as Katie says. And we'll be back after that. I'm really excited for food. Can't wait for a food update.
Okay.
We're back from snack time. And that's a clippable moment for you, Kate. Okay.
Ole! You were like, you look like you're doing a bullfighting flag thing. I'm really up there. Hi.
We're gonna level check
in front of people right now.
We were talking for just like 5-ish minutes.
You start.
An 8.
I believe it. Guess where I'm at?
We also did peanut butter on that little thing. So we're gonna see if that kind of like boosts us a little bit.
I love how you say it like it's a joke. We did peanut butter, guys.
What level are you?
Guess.
I think you're at a 9.
I'm at like a 12 or 13.
What?
Uh-huh.
What? I love being the conductor.
Yep. It's been a while.
Choo choo.
I kept the seat warm for you.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it.
What was your favorite snack time food? I already can tell you mine. Cinnabon.
Beef lo mein. Cinnabon was second. Sorry, you didn't try the beef lo mein, so you don't understand. It was good.
Rude. Cinnabon was so good.
It's good.
It like melted in your mouth.
What was your least favorite snack?
I only had 2 things.
Oh. I'm the only one that ate everything in sight. Okay. Okay. Whoa. 13 for sure. I just did this, and then my whole body was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. You know what? It would be really fun with Jeffrey Keller.
Dude, you just...
What?
You're gonna laugh. I know it happened. You kind of sounded like a sheep.
Oh my, what?
You said something and your, like, voice crackled where it went like,
Oh.
It was so funny.
Really?
Yes, you didn't hear yourself.
I could tell I came out funny,
You
but
were
I
like-
didn't
you were
figure
like,
out how. No, I would never.
Okay, sorry.
I'm more dignified than that. I'm not a sheep. I'm not a cat. I'm here, Judge.
I don't know what that's from. You love me. Remember that. We looked up what a culvert was. Got that locked in our head.
Show.
You were sitting over there menacingly.
Menacingly.
You menace?
My voice is taking a beating. Maybe I was a sheep.
Okay. All right, Katie. Topic.
Who? Speaking of owls, the desert. My topic. Look at my transitions. So, I can't believe it's going to be a giggler.
I love when we call them gigglers. Oh my God. Yes.
Your topic, I need to just briefly circle back. Your topic was really good. It was fascinating. It was popular, but also not too familiar to me. I loved it. So,
Yes.
but like,
I like that because we both watched the same documentary.
yeah.
And I was really worried that you would remember a lot of things from that and, like, kind of already know everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that I could still surprise you with the other stuff.
It was really good. It got me thinking about like all the Texan murders I've heard of too. And I don't know, the idea like of the body dumping out in the remote places in the desert and stuff. I had this thought pop in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you, if you had to come across a corpse, okay, in the desert, or you had a choice of coming across a corpse in like the Antarctic, in a cold frozen wasteland, would you rather find a corpse like the Northwest Passage, or would you rather find a corpse out in the middle of the desert? What would be scarier to you? That was my... Oh, I'm really loud all of a sudden.
Ooh. That's a good one. That's
Yeah?
really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would hate to find it in the frozen because then I'm like, well, there's no chance and I'm just going to
Mhm.
freeze to death. And I don't want to freeze to death.
Yeah.
But then if it's in the desert, I don't want to burn alive.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely would... It would be scarier to me.
I think the desert.
And see, I was going to say the snow.
Why?
Because people's faces, the way they freeze and it frosts over.
Yeah, but
it's just,
eventually, like,
terrifying.
it goes
in the desert,
numb,
if
though.
you just find bones, like I've seen bones before, but in the frozen wasteland, it's gonna look just like.
I was thinking more of like the desert because if I was to die in the desert, I think I would pass out first and then you would die.
No, it's not. Which would you rather die in?
Oh.
It was sorry. I had a
Find
really
a dead
weird,
body.
Yeah, it was. If you had to find a body, like which would be scarier?
Oh, the cold.
Like if you
The
would find a
cold.
body, like you can picture yourself finding a body in the
cold.
desert.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be
The
very
cold.
creepy. Imagine an archaeologist just minding their own business, chipping through ice, and then ding, body. Wait, didn't that had to have happened in order for us to have found the body? Like some
Yeah.
poor archaeologist had to have been jump scared.
You really gave me the flashback to the Northwest Passage because I can instantly
The
remember
body's
their
frozen
face.
in the ice.
Whoa. Yeah, that would be creepy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna revolt. I'm saying it too much. Calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Get your words out. I'm gonna give you one.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather find
Okay.
a body in the middle of a forest, like, I mean, a never-ending forest,
Okay.
in a national park? Let's do that, like a giant national park. Or would you rather find a body deep down at the bottom of a lake?
Scarier to me would be the lake.
Okay.
And I'd also pick, if I could pick between the two, I would pick the forest just because I'm not like a big swimmer, scuba diver.
Okay. I think the lake would be the scariest.
This is a really high, like, questioning.
It is. I think the lake that's really scary. So, what made me think of that
Mm-hmm.
was the lake there's, that lake, is it Superior? The one where all the bodies are just frozen at the bottom and they can't bring them back up?
Like Lanier, maybe?
I can't remember which one it is, but there's bodies frozen at the bottom of the lake. Someone would have had to discover those. Just like
Frozen
the ice.
at the bottom of the lake. Why can't they go in and, like, cut them out?
I think because when, like, the pressure then rises, it, like, disintegrates or something. The body would disintegrate.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm almost positive it's a thing.
Bodies
I sound
frozen
really
in,
high,
like,
but I'm pretty sure.
Who were the bodies frozen in the lake?
Frozen at the bottom of the lake, and if they resurface...
And the hole in the bottom of the sea.
That's a good Gummy Buddy, previously.
I don't know. I love lakes, so... Do you think you'd ever stay in, like, a boathouse? Or you'd want to buy one, even?
Oh, I would buy one.
If I were a millionaire, I'd buy a boathouse.
I would, yeah.
A
lake house.
Right now, do I want to go stay in one? No. But would I? They're kind of cool.
If it's, like, at the end of fall, I would go.
I assess, like, red and orange maple leaves floating down and it being, like, sunset.
We should try to find, like, a little cute cottage.
Yes.
Like, on the lake?
An Airbnb and a cottage in the forest.
Write it down. There has to be one.
B. I put B and D. Cottage, forest.
You gotta write another one down, okay? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Murder mystery. What if there was an Airbnb that was days events of a murder mystery that happened around your Airbnb? Like an event.
So, a murder mystery, stay at an Airbnb.
Yeah. But it was like a show that was like around you that you could like partake in.
Oh, we can do it locally, you mean?
Yeah.
We can go to the other mystery dinner that I have the voucher for, and we can book an Airbnb in the area. Is that what you're saying?
Like, no, like, okay, I book an Airbnb, like an escape room, but I book a murder mystery room that's at an Airbnb, and it's like a live action. Have you seen The Glass Onion?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's a murder mystery show, and things happen all around them. Like Clue. Like Clue. I guess that's how I can describe it. Like Clue.
But
it was a murder mystery that you could partake at an Airbnb
specifically that provides these bookings.
Yeah. That was Clue. Like, you could go and book an Airbnb to play Clue.
Oh my gosh. If you could do that, I would have so much fun doing that with you.
That's a really good thought. How many people would want to do that? Because then you could, like, solve a murder over, like 3 days.
It's creating your own amusement park within your house because you're creating this giant livable experience for them.
Yeah. So, like, you could make the Airbnb, like, the escape rooms, you know how it's, like, max of 3? You could have max of 3 guests play a Clue.
And have, like, a whole script for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, they go to bed one night and there's a package.
So just like the murder mystery dinner in a box where everybody has a role.
Mm-hmm.
And we all get to dress up and play into our role in the Airbnb.
And the props that you use could, like, be on a timer that would set out at a certain time. Or
so if
hold on. Real thought. Your guests are required to go outside and do an activity, and while they're gone, you can go in and make a crime scene.
Patience, out of all of your ideas you've ever done while you're high, this one seems the most fun and genius.
I love you. This is my jam. We should do it. I think that would be so cool.
Patience, that's a really good idea. We'd have to flip a house together. We'd have to buy a house to actually, like, risk that working.
Yeah.
But I think it would work, especially if you bought the house.
We're creative enough.
Yeah, and if we bought the house in, like, in a city at least, like in Omaha or Lincoln.
Yeah.
Patience. That might be something that could, like...
actually be good.
You know how creative we are together. We would make it unique every time. Like, we would be so good at setting up escape rooms or, like...
Yeah. But it's a house.
I'm good at writing, and you're good at...
my shirt. No, there's nothing on it.
Okay.
So, because I was thinking, all right,
I was going to say, you're good at, like, coming up with ideas, and I'm good... Never mind.
Because, like, think of it as prop-wise. Like, they receive a letter. Like, all we have to do is put a letter in the mailbox, and there's, like, a new clue card every day that tells them to do something.
My brain is spinning with how amazing this idea is and how much fun it would be. Because
I'm so happy.
I'm thinking so many other aspects, too. Like, what if we created them, like, a little homemade gift or something to match their experience, and, like, we had a gift basket for them for when they checked out?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could do add-ons for your package, like, you can plan an excursion or like have custom music playing in the house or some.
Have you seen the show Traitors?
What you showed me a little bit. I think I watched one episode.
I think it would be cool.
I feel like I'm doing this a lot because I feel like I'm doing this a lot. It is. Okay.
Okay, screw the Traitors comment anyways, but I think that was a really good idea.
That was your best idea.
Because I think it would be fun to just be the one to host it.
Mm-hmm.
Not even play. I'd be like, because I had fun when we did a murder mystery dinner, and that was really fun. Because everybody really got into character when we played. And we have another one where you send out invites to them.
Very similar idea. What if you bought a house and it was an Airbnb, but instead of the house, okay, hang on, I'm going a really good direction with this. I just got to keep on my train of thought. Okay. You host an event at an Airbnb, and then it's one we don't own. We just rent it. So like you and I can schedule an event. We can book an Airbnb and do this whole thing, but it's somebody else's house and test it to see what kind of event it would be.
Okay, so more of an event service at a location.
Yeah, it's like renting a tent to host an event.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we rent an Airbnb and then we just plan it there. We can still charge money for the event. And then...
But do Airbnbs let you do that? Can you host big events like that?
Well, when you think about it, unless they have a clause for like maximum amount of occupants or people they're allowed at a time, as long as you negotiate it with your host and say, hey, this is what I just want to film something here, so there's going to be a few people, like, as long as you...
if it's like a day's event, I would want it to be with like one group that knew each other. And obviously we couldn't stay at the Airbnb because we would want that to be the whole mystery.
Or you can be a plant. Nobody has to know. It's just like at the mystery dinner. Nobody has to know you're not a normal guest, so you act.
But we wouldn't know the group.
Yeah, but remember at our murder dinner, nobody knew each other?
Yeah, but this is like more... But you're like staying in someone's house. Like together with someone you don't know. I would be really uncomfortable with that.
Oh, you make a really good point.
You don't know those people. Why would I want to stay in a house with them? That's why I was thinking if we had our own thing, people could do it on their own with a group that they know. And let's say it was like we got a yurt to rent out. Like it could be a 2-person thing, and then like you can just plan on something that they have to leave at a certain time of the day or to go do an activity or whatever, and then you could like put new clues in.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, best idea.
It's a really good idea.
I'm very proud.
Stay tuned.
Very proud. Okay.
All right. Well, if you guys want to catch more of our genius ideas and our stupid giggling sessions.
I like the gigglers.
I like them too. She's like, with your luxurious locks. I'm not jealous. It's fine. You can catch us on TikTok for some clips. We're trying to get more on there, on everywhere. We're on things. Instagram, that exists still. I keep forgetting Instagram exists. You can email us at gummybuddiespodcast@gmail.com. We're going to end our night with a toast, folks.
Okay.
My toast.
I'm excited to see what you got. Oh my god.
With my little cocktail umbrella is witchy gift shops. Cute little, like, kind with tarot cards and sage.
Aww.
Little witchy shops.
I love that.
You. I
love that. My toast. My hair dye. Katie has an umbrella, like a cocktail umbrella. I have my hair dye.
You've toasted with hair dye before.
My hair dye.
I know you toasted with a hairbrush.
My toast goes to toes. Because without toes, I would just have a nub.
You're here.
Oh. You're doing great. She's dying.
Yeah. Katie gone.
Let's double check really quick before we go.
Oh, I wish I could have blinked.
I'm probably at like a 10. Maybe 9.
I'm still a 12. Probably
like
13. Thanks. Pecan.
No. All right, Katie, get us out of here.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to us.
And thank you for joining us on another episode. I know that was a good one.
And thank you for being our
Gummy Buddies.
Our eyes are so red.
I love it.